Rams versus the Seahawks. Start with our straight up pick here. What do you like?
Seahawks giving 2.5. It's a dominant team. Shake your head all you want, you coward. This Seahawks team is legit. Sam Darnold, quarterback of the future, going up against quarterback of the past, Matt Stafford. Hey, look at that. Even if Matt Stafford wins the MVP, the Rams have shown me enough weakness compared to the Seahawks, just total domination, that I wouldn't go any other way. The Rams are a great story. The Rams have tons of talent, but you could say the same thing about Seattle, and I will. There were the Seattle offense last week. What they did with Kenneth Walker and his emergence and him stepping up when they really needed someone to step up told me a lot about this team. It was all regular season. Oh, Darnold to JSN, Darnold to JSN, Darnold to JSN, and this is awesome. Like, thank God Darnold's playing well and our one wide receiver is looking like a one wide receiver. Last week, they looked like a one team. They looked like the best team in the NFC, whereas the Rams, duking it out, scrapping and clawing. And if you think that that's something that boosts them next week, so be it. But guess what? They're still playing in the cold. They're still playing in the wet. They're still going to be outside, which has been disadvantageous for them all playoffs. And they're playing against a team, Seattle, that I think is pretty fired up to play outside.
I'm on the opposite side on this. I am on the opposite side as you on this. Can't talk today. I don't know what it is. Like I got hit in the head or something. I completely disagree with everything that you just said.
I don't see how.
I think that it is a prisoner of the moment type of a situation, just like we had with Ole Miss a couple of weeks ago. Kind of reminds me of that. We're all bought in. Oh my God, this is such an amazing moment for them. Look at this great victory that they had. It also kind of reminds me of how everybody assumed Indiana would boat race Miami. That game was close. It was a hard-fought battle. You know what? The last two times that these two teams faced off, they were hard-fought, close battles. I think that the Rams have an opportunity here to catch off guard the Seahawks team that thinks they're all high and mighty after dismantling an already torn apart 49ers team. They have been a complete mess in terms of the injuries that decimated that roster. Of course they were going to blow out that 49ers team. They were skidding to that point. I said this to you after the games wrapped up on Sunday. I think that blowout win does not tell me anything.
Oh, my goodness.
It does not tell me anything. Great win at home. Good job. The Rams have been here before. Sean McVay has been here before. Matthew Stafford has been here before. This is a total experience play where that catches up against Sam Darnold, who's been great this year, has been solid, but is going to get caught off guard by this Rams team.
Score-wise, the Rams are the Ole Miss team, and the Seahawks are the Indiana team. Ole Miss just gutted out a gutty win and close wins, whereas Indiana, what'd they do to Oregon? Blew them the hell out. What'd they do all playoffs? Blew them the hell out. Seattle, I'm not predicting blowout. It might look a little more like the national championship game, but Indiana won that too. So in your direct comparison, I disagree. I think your team, the Los Angeles Rams, are the scrappy underdogs, the team that we thought they were really good.
Hold on. This is
we thought they were good all season when they had Kiffin, and then Kiffin left, and they went on a skid, and then they were like, "Oh, what's going to happen now?" And that skid that they're on right now is playing in the cold playoffs.
But it's not a skid though for me. This whole perception on how we looked at the Rams has been altered literally because of a fourth quarter comeback. The way that we have looked at Seattle has been just off of the fact that they came back in the fourth quarter. They wouldn't have had the number one overall seed if they had lost that game with Darnold having multiple interceptions on that Thursday Night Football game.
Sure.
We would have been discussing the Seahawks in a position to have been knocked out early in the playoffs and for them to have skidded to the finish, for them to have not finished effectively. We would have not had this same hype on them. They caught really good timing with their remaining games at the end of the year for them to have played the 49ers twice with how banged up they were.
I'm sure I sound like a picky jerk talking about the Rams, but I didn't like that they had to come back against Carolina. I didn't like that they had to go and have a close win against them. I didn't like that they had to go to overtime with the Bears.
The Rams lost to the Panthers.
In the playoffs.
Oh, in the playoffs. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
I didn't like that. Maybe that makes me picky. Maybe I should just be one of these guys that says a win's a win in the playoffs, a win's a win, but that's fine. We're picking winners here. It's different. I'm not saying it's not been
so
a
you're
good
using
season.
one game, though, for
How about
the Seahawks?
overtime versus Chicago?
I would argue in the NFL, it is more impressive and important to me that you finish a close game like that.
I think that
I'm supposed to be impressed by smoking a bad, banged-up team.
The 49ers were not a bad team. The 49ers
They
were
barely
a good
beat
team.
the Eagles because the Eagles handed it to them. If Jalen Hurts wasn't so ass, the Eagles should have won that game.
Then now we're making if-man qualifications here on Jalen. We don't have the bandwidth for more than one if-man.
It's reverse.
We can't. We don't have the bandwidth.
Joel Embiid Hurts over here.
Yeah,
Can't finish in a playoff game.
That's a rich fame. Look, that 49ers win was awesome. 41 points. It wasn't close. They ended the game in the first quarter. That lets me know that they're about business. And they're at home. They're at home, Joe. They're in cold. Seattle, whatever you want to say about that sports city, that football team and how they get up for soccer, boo. How they all pretend that they like soccer and the Seattle Wild or whatever they're called. That stinks. I think they're the Timber. Their football fans are pretty good. Their football fans get loud. And the Rams, they're not used to that. They play in a shopping mall. They play in a Costco with a bunch of people that are just going in getting their groceries. That's what they play in. They're about to go into Seattle and get smoked. They just won on the road in Chicago in frigid temperatures. You're saying that they don't know how to win on the road? Caleb threw a bad pass. If Caleb was dialed, they would be sent home, and we'd all be picking Seattle over Chicago. That's the situation about it.